It's definitely difficult to write about mental health, but it's also very therapeutic for me. Hey KLAT, my name is Jenna, and this is my Get to Know Me. So, Dance Mums is an interesting one actually. I had always been a fan of the show ever since season one, and I had randomly added like one of the producers on Facebook. I mean, you've got to get your opportunity somewhere, right? So I'd added one of the producers on Facebook, and I remember at the time they had come across it. I sent them my music and was like, "Oh, like maybe you wanna use some on the show." And this was season 7. Season 7 came about. They were going to use it. I believe they were going to use it for a solo, which was going to be for Nia. They ended up not using it, unfortunately. So as soon as I heard that season 8 was coming about, I was like, hey, I was like, do you want to use it again? And they were like, yes. Like, that was the point. They were like, yeah, we definitely want to use it on season 8. I would definitely say it's had a huge impact on my career. The amount of people that have found me from Dance Mums is insane, and I've also gained a lot of friendships with other musicians from Dance Mums, but not only that, with Abby herself as well. I still talk to Abby quite often, so yeah. So yeah, I haven't written that many songs about mental health, but particularly recently I've written a few more that are in the pipeline. But I would say it's definitely difficult to write about mental health, but it's also very therapeutic for me. I remember I wrote Better in the height of lockdown, and it was when, like, you know, I was living with my family and we were all on top of each other. And, you know, I think everyone in lockdown really struggled with, like, being on top of each other and just being around each other all the time. And, you know, there was lots of arguments and stuff and petty little things, but that's what Better was written about. And the feedback has definitely been amazing. I know a lot of people that found me through TikTok really relate to Better. It's not normally one of the songs that people find first, but when they come across it, they definitely relate to it. And it's really nice to have that feedback and to know that I might be helping other people in some way. I wrote a few different songs with a guy from London called Kid Ryan, and he's an amazing songwriter. He's an incredible producer. We actually wrote Cards I've Been Doubt together, and there's another song that we started but haven't finished yet. Yeah, he's definitely one that I absolutely love writing with. So. Okay, the BBC documentary, I would say the biggest challenge with filming that was, I remember filming one specific bit in my house. We actually spoke about, because obviously I've gone through a lot of medical trauma in my life, particularly over the last couple of years, and talking about that experience, I remember how emotional I got. And I remember we had to, like, stop filming once or twice because I was, like, absolutely sobbing. So that was definitely the biggest challenge for me. But I'm so proud of it, and, like, I'm so proud of, like, how it's turned out and everything. So my show at the Moon last November was, I remember on the day of the show, I was so nervous. I was so panicked as well, making sure, like, merch was set up and, you know, making sure everything was right, really, for me. I was so nervous. I remember it's the first time I'd ever performed as well with a pianist, so that was very nerve-wracking. I definitely had a few hiccups, but I think it's one of those things, you've just got to ride it. Wow. That's actually really interesting. I was talking about this with someone the other day, and my earlier songs, they were about things in my life, but I feel like they were such trivial things. But now I've been through so much in my life with, like, my health and relationships and stuff now, that my sound and my songwriting has improved so much. I'm definitely a lot more open. I'm definitely so raw with what I write. And I think that's definitely how my sound has progressed over the years. And I love to work with producers, and I'm not afraid to give feedback anymore. I used to be so scared to give feedback and be like, I don't like that. But now if there's something I don't like, I'm just like, no, don't like it. Don't like that harmony. So yeah, I definitely say I'm a lot more confident with it as well. I feel like as a disabled artist, there's a lot of challenges. I'm also a musician that's in my 30s, so I didn't exactly start early. So a couple of things. One would be financial. I'm not particularly able to work because I suffer with a lot of things. So it makes it quite impossible for me to work. So financial is definitely one of them, but I would say the other thing is accessibility. Accessibility is huge. The amount of places I go that are not accessible, or the amount of events that I can't go to because the place isn't accessible. I hate it when venues say to me, yeah, we're accessible, we've got 3 steps to get in, no ramps. And I'm like, that's not accessible. So it's definitely one of the biggest challenges, being a disabled artist. I feel like both Better and Thank You would be vanilla. I definitely think they are a lot more simple compared to some of my other songs. So I definitely think they'd be vanilla. So Thank You. I had a friendship for a very long time. I'm talking like teenagers up to probably in my 20s. And unfortunately, it was a very one-sided friendship. It was all give, give, give on my side, and they never really appreciated that. And in the end, I just had to cut ties because I think sometimes friendships can be so draining, especially if they're one-sided. It's really difficult to, you know, carry on with a friendship that's making you feel like rubbish. Do you know what I mean? So Thank You was kind of my way of saying, well, actually, thank you for showing me your true colours, but like, thank you, no thank you, bye. I would say Horizons was a massive stepping stone for me. I used the money to kind of work on Cards Have Been Dealt and Better. So, I mean, if you know Cards Have Been Dealt, it's done so well in like just over a year. Something I could never have even dreamed of. Like, I don't know where those people come from, but my community's definitely grown a lot since that song. And so, yeah, Horizons definitely helped me with being able to create stuff that I love. And, obviously it resonates with people. So, yeah. Oh, I was thinking about this. So difficult. Um, One Welsh artist I really want to work with is Violet Skies. I've been a fan of her music for so long. Like, and her songwriting is just, she's written with a couple of my friends, and I'm like still devastated that she's written with them, and I can't get in there. I really want to. I definitely think we would create like a pop ballad, like something really emotional. Some of her songs are quite emotional, so yeah. You need tissues. You need a whole box. Definitely. Well, I do anyway. I think my next biggest goal is probably to write an album. I've done 2 EPs now. Well, I say 2 EPs. I've done 1 EP, and yeah, the news is out that I am dropping an EP next year. So the current singles that have recently come out, Cosmo Out and Hear Me are on it, and the song that I'm just about to release as well. So they are the 3 songs currently that are going to be on the EP. But yeah, I definitely want to write an album. That's a massive, massive goal for me. I possibly would say, oh, what's that tall building in Swansea? It's in Mumbles. I can't remember what this building's called now. Oh my gosh. But it'd definitely be that one. I've been up there, and the view is gorgeous. Like, but I feel like my music takes you on like a massive roller coaster. So it's definitely up and down. So I definitely think it would be that one.